Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today we are taking a look at another knife, and this is my Gerber Prodigy. It is a combat style fixed blade knife, and it is really a sweet knife that I have gotten some good use out of, and wanted to share it with you guys today. So, a couple of quick features and facts on this guy. Its overall length is about 9 3/4 inches. The blade length is about 4 3/4 inches. The handle about 5 inches. The weight is about 7.2 ounces. The sheath here, it's a mix of nylon and some polymer Kydex material. And I've got some comments I want to make on this sheath in a little bit, but sticking with the knife here, the blade material is a stainless steel, and one thing that really makes this knife a workhorse is you can just see how thick that blade is. You can put lots of force, lots of pressure on it to really get the job done, and can really bang this knife around and handle the abuse. So this knife spends most of its time in my hunting backpack. I literally just throw the sheath and the knife in my pack. And last week pulled it out to field dress a deer and process a deer. And you know, this knife is a fantastic kind of all around general purpose knife. What I would say, it doesn't excel at any one field, but it can really get any job done. Uh, you know, it's got a great grip to it. It fits my hand nicely. This rubberized texture gives lots of grip, lots of feeling to it as well. You've got some textured cuts on the uh, spine of the knife and the underside. And, when you're field dressing a deer and you got some blood on your hands, you can still maintain a good grip. I will say for some of it, I found myself choking up, to work tighter spots that I needed more control, which, wasn't an issue. I could do that. But I think that's just to say that, it's a general purpose knife for sure. The blade, I will say it stays sharp. Being stainless steel, you can kind of see I need to work on the edge a little bit right there. Stainless steel, it holds up well. Um, I guess the downfall of having this so thick is that it does make it kind of harder to maneuver and work with. You've got a steeper bevel here to get to your edge. You do have this, I guess, a lanyard hole on the back here, and then you have this what I would call like a glass breaker. I'm sure it being classified as a combat knife, you might use it for other things, but um, it's there. So very very clean looking knife. I love the brown color to it. The black, I guess, anodized blade looks very cool too. And you'll notice here, this knife is made in Portland, Oregon. I know Gerber, they do make some of their knives in the U.S., and I know they make a handful of them, a lot of them overseas as well. So uh, very cool knife, USA made knife like that. So let's go into the sheath really quick. The retention of this is fantastic. You've got a very aggressive uh, retention of the blade in the sheath, and the knife will index in either direction. And then you also have these retention clasps up top. I think two of them is overkill, but again, I think this knife was designed to be a tactical combat. So in those situations, retention is pretty important. So yeah, you've got this Kydex polymer here for the blade. Then you've got this mix of nylon webbing and strapping. They claim that this is, well, it is, it's MOLLE compatible. Right here you can do MOLLE. You also have loops right here. So this is a belt loop, and you can see there is some Velcro. If you have like a duty belt or something, I believe that will Velcro in and help keep that knife in place. You also have Velcro. You have another loop, and right there, yeah, you've got another loop. I guess you could run a belt through there, and you also have that hook and loop in there as well. Again, MOLLE back here. I will say I have just had this on my belt, and this is a really large belt loop, so I found it to really kind of wobble and walk around on my belt. Other thing, they have these like Velcro little deals right here to help, I guess, hold this sheath down to the nylon. I don't know. I don't really know how much this helps, but you can see the sheath is made in China. One thing I was going to try to do is to actually take this sheath off of this nylon, and you can see you've got these screws that the Kydex is actually, screwed, bolted into. But you've got this little piece of webbing that is actually sewn onto this, so you'd have to cut that off, then unscrew it and take it off and go mount it wherever else you were gonna stick it. I just thought it would slim this whole package down a lot, because this Velcro is a little bulky, this extra webbing is bulky, adds weight. I ended up not doing it just because I didn't want to have to cut that piece off. But overall, it spends a lot of time in the bottom of my hunting pack, and I've really enjoyed it. It holds an edge. It's dependable. It gets the job done, and really pleased. I know Gerber has newer models of this knife. I think this particular one is discontinued. And I think they have made some updated sheaths, and I think they've changed up the handle design a little bit as well. But overall, I really like this knife. Again, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments if you guys have these knives, and what y'all think about these combat tactical knives. Look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Again, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate it.